I still think that for Kylian Mbappé, the future is absolutely open. Let's see if it will be this summer, next summer. This is absolutely unclear at this stage. Hey guys, Fabrizio Romano here. Welcome back on the channel as always to discuss about all the latest on the transfer market. And today, guys, we talk about the consequences of the Champions League because many things could happen in the summer, also related to the players who are playing in the Champions League games. So let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start with manager's situation because of course it's not going to be an easy one for Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham. Really disappointing performances in the Champions League. It's really disappointing to think about PSG. They had a fantastic squad, but again, out of the Champions League in the first stage. And also important to mention they scored 0 goals. So congrats to Bayern because they've been incredible in the Champions League this season until now. 8 games, 8 wins, just 2 goals conceded to Victoria Pilsen, 7 clean sheets, really incredible. But for Galtier, this game is really something that was unexpected, really poor from Paris Saint-Germain, also unlucky in some moments, and congrats to Matthijs de Ligt. But what does it mean for PSG? It means that there is, of course, now something to decide internally. It's going to be about the manager, about the players, but for sure the Galtier position is not safe at all. So we have to see what they will decide internally. Of course, now is right after the game, so it's not easy to mention this kind of stuff, but for sure the situation around Galtier is complicated, and so one to watch again in the summer, the Paris Saint-Germain job. I have many questions about Kylian Mbappé. After the game, he spoke to the French media and he said that this game is not going to change or have any impact on his future, that he's focused on Paris Saint-Germain, but also he said, I'm focused on this season and then we will see. So at the moment, what I can say is that there are no active contacts for Kylian Mbappé to leave Paris Saint-Germain in the summer. At the moment, the situation is very quiet. Mbappé was really involved in this Paris Saint-Germain mission in the Champions League this season. He wants to win the Champions League with PSG, so he wanted to give his best. Was not enough for Paris Saint-Germain. So at the moment, the situation is still really quiet. I still think that for Kylian Mbappé, the future is absolutely open. Let's see if it will be this summer, next summer. This is absolutely unclear at this stage. For sure, PSG want to keep Mbappé. For sure, he's the star they want to keep and they want to build around Mbappé. For sure, Mbappé is expecting something important from PSG in the summer. Also in terms of some players to help the squad to go on a different level. He said, we did our best. And so this was a strong message. Imagine if the best of PSG is going out against Bayern in that way. So we have to see what they will do in the summer. But at the moment, the situation is very quiet around Mbappé and is very hot around Galtier with his job, who's going to be probably in danger again. So one to watch in the summer. But mentioning managers, really disappointing game also for Tottenham against Milan. Congrats to Milan. They had a great night. They conceded almost nothing to Tottenham. Impressive by the centre-backs. Malik Thiaw paid 6 million euros. Pierre Kalulu joined as free agent. Fikayo Tomori from Chelsea for 29 million euros. Mike Maignan, the goalkeeper, for 15 million euros. So really impressive from Paolo Maldini, the director of Milan. But what we can say about Tottenham is that Antonio Conte's future is going to be clarified, as he mentioned, at the end of the season. But the situation around Conte is very clear. At the moment, the idea, from what we understand, for Antonio Conte is still something not decided. But what we can mention, he said, we will discuss at the end of the season with Tottenham, with the board, of course, with Fabio Paratici, with Daniel Levy, and so they will have a meeting at the end of the season. But the feeling around Tottenham and the feeling around people close to Antonio Conte is that there is a serious chance for the Italian coach to leave Tottenham at the end of the season. His contract is expiring. There is an option into the contract, so it's up to the club, of course, to discuss with Conte to plan for the future. But at the moment, the expectation is that there is a very huge chance for Antonio Conte to leave at the end of the season. So it's a serious possibility. Nothing is decided yet, but it's a serious possibility for Conte to leave at the end of the season. And we know how he loves Italian football. Italy, also because of family reasons, was not an easy moment at all on the personal side for Antonio Conte in the recent weeks and months. So let's see what happens between Conte and Tottenham. But from what I understand, there is a serious chance for him to leave Tottenham at the end of the season, especially after the disappointing game with AC Milan. And then, to complete and discussing about Milan, Paolo Maldini also mentioned Rafael Leao because Milan made a proposal for his contract extension. Remember, this fantastic player is out of contract in summer 2024. Milan made a proposal to Leao. His agent told me a few weeks ago in an exclusive interview that Leao wants to stay, Leao wants to continue. At Milan, they offered more than 7 million euros net per season to extend the contract, so it's now up to Rafa Leao. But Maldini said to go through in the Champions League also helps in the negotiations with top players, and Milan want to extend the contract of Rafa Leao and Olivier Giroud as soon as possible. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Antonio Conte, Christophe Galtier, Kylian Mbappé, Rafa Leao. What do you think about these stories from the Champions League? I wait about your comments. Here as always, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel with many other contents from London, and see you soon. Fabrizio Romano. Ciao.